I would like to welcome you to the annual winter concert presented by the Defiance High School Bands. Our concert tonight will consist of contest selections, ensembles, and interesting new and standard literature for bands. As a courtesy to the performers as well as the audience, we request that all cell phones, iPods, and other noisemakers be silenced at this time. Would you please welcome to the stage the concert band and conductor Christa Jones. Lexington March was written by fellow Buckeye Carl King. Starting his music career in Canton, Ohio, King progressed to the circus bands of the early 1900s, where he wrote many marches, including his famous Barnum and Bailey's Favorite. As composer of some 290 works for band, Mr. King remains one of the most prolific and frequently performed march composers today. The band's next selection is by Larry Clark and was commissioned by the Puszta High School Band from Massillon, Ohio. It was dedicated to students Noah Friedenbach and Keith Klett, who were killed in an unfortunate car accident. The piece is a reflection of the grief in dealing with this kind of tragedy, as well as a celebration of their lives. It begins with the anger felt by loved ones, transitions into a more melancholy section that develops into an ascending pattern that becomes celebratory. A part of the piece also serves as a spiritual reflection of the lives lost with the use of the hymn, Fairest Lord Jesus. Here is Ascending. band members have been part of quartets, trios, quintets, or other small ensembles. We will now feature 2 ensembles that were to be performed at the District 1 Solo and Ensemble Festival. Our first group is the Symphonic Band Horn Quartet performing Quarto for Horn. Please welcome to the stage Rachel, Nicole, Tony, and Cordell.
Thank you.
final selection from the concert band is a piece by former Miami University band director David Schaefer. The piece is based on the following true story from the Civil War. They were to be invincible, the ironclad warships of the Civil War. The Confederate ship, the Virginia, was the first of its kind, never before seen in the heat of battle, taking its toll of victims in the form of helpless wooden ships. The majestic opening theme suggests the ominous movement of the Virginia coming ever closer to the Union warships blocking the mouth of the James River. Sailors aboard the Federal vessels look with fear and awe at the sight of the ironclad behemoth steadily approaching. A percussion break begins the conflict between the Virginia and her intended victims. The Virginia's aim is true, and 2 Union ships go to the bottom of the deep. The Confederate leave, but the Union Navy knows that the Virginia will return to finish her task. However, the Union also has an iron warrior, the Monitor. She arrives that night and awaits the coming battle of the next day. The crews of the wooden warships and the ironclad Monitor spend a pensive night, reflected in the flowing middle section hymn tune, "The Water is Wide." A melancholy trumpet solo beckons the sailors to the morning. The music returns to the allegro theme just as the Virginia returns to the site of battle, but this time she meets the Monitor. A new engagement ensues as the musical energy increases, ironclad against ironclad, 2 tyrants of the sea battling for supremacy. At the end, 4 hours later, the Virginia retreats, unable to get past the Monitor. The Union ship stands as the last to defend against a would-be merciless foe. The first modern warships had collided in a battle that ended in a draw, and naval history was changed forever. Here is The Last to Defend.
Vance, and I will be hosting the second half of our concert. As the stage is being reset, I would like to make a few general announcements for the parents and families. First, the instrumental music staff would like to thank everyone for your support of the 5th annual Soup Cook-Off Dinner and Concert. It was a terrific evening with wonderful music and good food. Thank you to Pam Lytle and Karen McCoy for all their work organizing the event. We would like to also express our thanks to Heather Ellison for many hours organizing the Card of Class sale. The cards were sent in the mail to everyone in late January. Sale money and unsold cards are now due, so if you have not taken care of getting these turned in, please do so as soon as possible. If you are able to sell more cards, please contact the band office. We would also like to remind all the families of freshman, sophomore, and junior that the trip forms and deposits are due at the end of the week. If by chance you have lost the one sent in the mail back in January, please contact the band office for another copy. The spring activities of Boosters include the Junior High Solo and Ensemble Festival, the Sousa Concert, the Band Awards Banquet, and the Flower Sale. There is always a need for help, and anyone may contact President Mark Andanecki or Mrs. Booth for more information. The Boosters will be starting the annual Flower Sale in the next few weeks, so look forward to the information mid to late March. The fundraiser helps to pay for extra staff hired throughout the year to work with your students, entry fees for contests and festivals, and awards to recognize each of the students for their hard work throughout the year. Students also earn money into their trip accounts with each sale. Details will be included in the mailing. Matt Mayer has volunteered his restaurant to hold a DHS band brunch fundraiser on Sunday, April 6, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. All proceeds made at the brunch will be donated to the band. Please spread the word to family and friends. Another event for the Boosters is the Junior High Solo and Ensemble Festival on April 12th. We earn money through food sales at this event. Many adults are needed to help run the cafeteria, so please help by volunteering for a time slot. A parent will be making calls early in April for volunteers. On Friday, March 7th, both bands will participate in the District 2 Large Group Festival Contest held at Oak Harbor High School. We encourage parents to attend the performance to help support the bands if you can make the trip. The event is free and open to the public, and times are listed on the back of your program. We do have one adjustment due to bus and driver availability. The band will be meeting at 4:40 and leaving at 5 p.m. instead of 2:15 p.m. listed. The band students will be given a more detailed schedule tomorrow, so please ask your child to bring it home. Anyone who would be willing to chaperone on the buses, please contact Mark Andaneggi or Mrs. Booth if you are available. March 20th is the Defiance City Schools Night of Arts Festival for the middle school and high school. This event will feature a variety of music groups and terrific artwork by the students of our schools. Food will be served throughout the evening with proceeds to benefit the Ray Marshall Scholarship Fund. This event has proven to be very successful, and we invite you to see what our students are accomplishing in the fine arts area. I now call your attention to the dates listed on the back of your program for the year-ending performance and awards. The banquet will be on Friday, May 9th at 7 p.m., and later that weekend we have the 28th Annual Sousa Concert on Sunday, May 11th at 2 p.m. Tickets for the Sousa Concert will go on sale mid-April, with the band families receiving first choice of seating. Finally, we have our annual Memorial Day performance on May 26th. This performance is the current freshman, sophomore, and junior, and it's time for us to pay tribute to all of the men and women who have served our country. Symphonic Band and conductor Cathy Booth. Ohio-born Henry Fillmore and was dedicated to fellow Ohioan President Warren G. Harding. After hearing the piece, President Harding remarked to Fillmore, "It is one of the snappiest pieces I have ever heard, and bands will be playing it long after you and I are gone." Our next piece, The Witch and the Saint, is a programmatic tone poem about twin sisters born in 1588 in Ellenwangen, Germany. In those times, the birth of twins was considered a bad omen, and as the sisters grew up, it became clear that they had the gift of second sight and could predict future events. Sibylla, the first sister, led a horrible life, and her gift was looked down upon. Many townspeople feared Sibylla and considered her to be a witch. The other sister, Helena, was sent away to a convent when she was a child. While there, Helena is revered as a saint because of her visions. In this work, you will hear the two themes representing the sisters as well as turbulent sections representing the struggles both of them endured. Eventually, Sibylla is imprisoned and Helena returned to save her. As they try to escape, they are captured once again, and this time, for fear of being burnt at the stake, the saint Helena drinks some poison. She dies in her sister's arms, and Sibylla the witch rides off in sorrow. Here is The Witch and the Saint. Our next chamber group features all of our symphonic clarinets. Their piece features additional types of clarinets not always used in the concert band. These include the E-flat clarinet that looks like a baby clarinet, the alto clarinet, which is an in-between the regular clarinet and the bass clarinet, and finally the large contrabass clarinet. Here they are with the finale from Offenbach's Orpheus Ballet, also known as the Can-Can. Our final small ensemble for the evening features our symphonic percussion plus 2 ringers. They will be performing Circus Circus by Chris Crockerell. This fun and spirited piece uses about everything except for the kitchen sink. Please welcome to the stage conductor Luke Brinkman with Circus Circus. John von der Root's Puszta. Subtitled Four Gypsy Dances, the movements of original melodies that are comparable to Hungarian and Slavic music by Brahms, Dvorak, and Liszt. His alternating of lively and melancholy themes is typical of gypsy music. Here is Puszta. I would like to take a moment to thank everyone for attending tonight's concert. We hope to see all of you at our other performance through the rest of the year. We would also like to remind the students that they need to take their instruments back to the high school tonight and that all percussionists need to help load the percussion equipment. Have a great evening.